the American dream is premised on the idea that everyone has an equal shot, because everyone's supposed to have an opportunity. And the question is that the case? There are some disturbing statistics that should cause us to step back and think. Take a look, for instance, at the way CEO pay has changed relative to the paid average worker. It used to be 40 to 1, now it's about 1,000 to 1. Look at the way wealth is concentrated at the top of the society. Well, there are some big gaps, and the gaps are growing. There are different points of view on whether these are a problem or not. We're not all going to agree. I worry that it distorts equal access to opportunity, particularly in the area of education. And I think it's likely that we would all agree that access to education is important. Simply put, education is the engine that drives opportunity. There we go. And the college education is the gateway to the American dream. Without it, my This is going to be very, very balanced between balanced and we'll see. I thought about this. Over the past 20 years, the median income for those with less than a four-year college degree, whether from a public or private institution, has actually been dropping. College grads are getting ahead, other people are not. That's the statistic. But it's also personal to me how I feel about this. This is a picture of my father, whom I miss a lot. This was taken about 1940 when he was in college. His parents, my grandparents, were immigrants from Eastern Europe. They came to this country completely penniless. My father grew up in the Great Depression, and he was able to attend for free City College of New York, where he got an engineering degree, which set up a whole chain of possibilities in life that got me where I am. These are recent graduates, also from UC Berkeley. Like my father, most of them come from low-income communities, and like my father, most of them are first in their family to go to college. The financial pressure on state budgets has made public education far less affordable and available. It's a particularly dire symptom of the loss of opportunity, but it's hardly the only one. So, if education is the engine that fuels opportunity, my diagnosis is that we're having engine trouble in this country. I'm going to look at some more numbers. We have problems at the national level. The U.S. ranks 48 globally in math science proficiency. 48. We have problems in California, which ranks 47th in the nation for pupil spending. Well, you know, we used to spend the state budget on schools, and as you can see here, now we spend it on prisons. And over the last 30 years, those proportions have been reversed. And the least well-performing group of students in math in California are those in the most underrepresented schools, which are overwhelmingly African American and Latino. And this reflects outcomes to be based purely on differential opportunity. Well, should you be concerned that Latino and African American student performance? Maybe it's their problem, not our problem. Well, we need to think again about that. In California and 11 other states already, the majority of children are from minority groups. And in little more than a generation, this will be true of the whole country. So those people are us people. So here's what I'd like you to do, is just to imagine for a moment If you're a smart kid and your lottery ticket in life wins you a place in a low-income community at an under-resourced school. Your school has many fewer AP classes. It has one counselor for every 600 students, or maybe none. You do not have a personal college admissions coach. And everywhere you go, you're met with low expectations. You're a young woman who's a star science student at a failing school in Oakland, and your principal says to you, as this actually happened, why are you trying to take advanced courses you know you and your friends aren't going anywhere in life? Well, here's our president telling us something that I agree with and I think is very true. Our global economic competitiveness in the 21st century is going to depend on having a highly trained workforce and one that's proficient in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But in the face of those statistics and some of the realities I've been talking about, what do we need to do? Well, I'll tell you, I believe in the startup visa, but we are not going to startup visa our way out of this problem. But what I'm really here to tell you is that I do find abundant grounds for hope. And I want to share with you where I find that hope. So this is me at 15, seated. I went to a summer program that brought together 30 boys for 6 weeks. It challenged me and took me places I could not have imagined going. I got to stay up until 2 in the morning and go out and learn to take photographs through a telescope of the night sky, and then came to class to learn calculus and orbital mechanics in order to compute the orbits of asteroids. And that program changed my life and set me on the course that I'm on now. And you can actually see me sitting at my first computer. Actually, the thing I'm sitting at, that is a typewriter terminal. For those of you who don't know what it is, you can look it up. The computer is the thing that looks like a big oil burner with a hood. And your cheap $400 laptop is 5 million times more powerful. I just did the calculation. This is Miko. She's a student at SMASH. SMASH is an acronym that stands for Summer Math and Science Honors Academy. It's a STEM preparation program for high-achieving students of color. It prepares young people to gain admission and succeed as STEM majors in the nation's most selective universities and colleges. Half of our SMASH students are girls. Miko and I, as you can see, are separated by enormous differences of gender, race, socioeconomic class, so to say nothing of age. But the differences are transcended by something even larger. We are both outsiders with potential who have the opportunity to raise ourselves up because we have access to the right kind of education. And that is a very big deal. I want to show you quickly, so I don't take more than my 15 minutes, some of the other young scholars. It's a privilege of mine to know and work with. This is Anthony, who went to a public high school in the East Bay, who wanted to be a doctor. His high school offerings in math and science were pretty weak. When he was a freshman in college, where they really tried to wash you out of the sciences to see if you're serious, he came very close to going over the edge. Fortunately, he had a hand up from a program that provided academic and social support. It's important to know, though, that through his college career, Anthony did all the work. Nobody took his exams for him. Nobody took his MCAS for him. This is the day he entered Harvard Medical School, and he's entering his last year now. My point is that preparation really matters, but the playing field is not level in terms of the preparation kids get. This is Jose. Like me, Jose actually topped out math in high school and finished calculus. He was fortunate and able to actually sit in college-level advanced calculus classes in high school. For every Jose that we find, I guarantee there are 1,000 more that we miss totally. There's an enormous hidden talent pool. And this is Kevin. Kevin finished SMASH last summer. He is headed to Stanford this fall as a STEM major. And given the proper opportunities, these kids totally defy expectations. Of last year's class, 23 students who finished the SMASH program, we are sending 4 to Stanford this fall, 2 boys and 2 girls, 1 girl to MIT, kids to lots of other very good schools. The secret formula, if you set high expectations, if you hold students accountable to them, and give them the resources they need to succeed, they will just blow you away time and time again. There is no magic bullet or quick overall fix for what troubles the education system in this country. But my faith has been renewed by seeing what students like these can achieve despite all the obstacles in their path. And my dream is to help scale up SMASH so that every talented STEM student can achieve his or her potential. And this summer, the program, which has been based in Berkeley for 7 years, is expanding and will also be on the Stanford campus. When these students finish their education, they are also going to help you achieve your dreams as they become your colleagues, your employees, and perhaps even your boss. And together, all of us can drive the engine of American education. Thank you.